last 5 years probably been top water fishing. Big kings are definitely my favourite, and they definitely get me probably the most nervous or anxiety, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, they definitely get the shakes going when you hook a big one of them. Big mackerel, wahoo, anything that will eat top water is pretty fun. It's always good to visual. I think like any type of fishing with that sort of stuff, everything has to be 100%. Because you're pushing all your gear, like especially with kingfish, they'll push everything, every boundary, hooks, lures, line. It's got to be no weak link in the chain. I retie knots if I even think there's going to be a doubt, because some days we only have one bite the whole day, and some days you have no bites. It's pretty common, but it's just the type of fishing. I'd rather sort of sacrifice catching fish that I'm not that interested in anymore, like snapper. Not that I'm not interested in snapper, I really like them, but I'm just, yeah, I sort of really like catching. A big top water king does it for me. So they're pretty explosive. They sort of come out of nowhere. Sometimes I mean, during the day it's good, you can see them, especially when a big pack comes up, it's pretty cool. But yeah, when you see a pack of 15, 20 kilo fish all over your lure, and then you're just thinking which one's going to eat it, and you know they're going to eat when they're generally in 20 sort of size school. But otherwise, yeah, they can do anything. They can slurp it. To be honest, most of the big fish you catch, you barely see them. They just come up and suck off the surface. That's what I've seen. You know they're a better fish because they're a lot more powerful and just slower and a bit longer fighting. And so Shimano asked us to test out a couple of the new Stellas and the Grappler rods. They gave us a 10,000 PG and a 14,000 XG, and two of the jigging rods, a P4 and an 8, and a P5 and a 8 in the casting rods. It has to be best drags. That's probably the best thing. Smooth drag, best rods, and the best rods to work the lures too, not just because they're powerful. I mean, a powerful rod's almost can be useless, but in some aspects. The Oshia plugger range and the Grappler range have been my choice for the last couple of years since they've been out. And I think I've had Stellas for as long as I can remember, since the FAs, the blue ones, which we caught Spanish mackerel, we caught kingfish, on both the casting rods. We caught jewfish and snapper, and so they pretty much gave them a good run. It's been a tough weekend. I would say I'm pretty rough with my gear. I like to keep everything in my side pockets so they cop a fair bit of boat rash and just constant salt water that pours on them. Because I mean, when you're casting especially, everything has to be laid flat, otherwise you're going to snap rods. So getting into top water fishing it can be expensive, and it's addictive, and it's great. Like there's nothing better once we have days where it's dead, but you always think about the days that you've had where it's been going off, and that's what drives you to fish those dead days. And occasionally, a lot of the time we've seen, oh, you don't get fish in this temperature, you don't get fish in that. But because I've done it for so long, we've caught fish in everything. Good water, bad water, you know, over the years. So that sort of drives you through the bad days when you think the water's too cold, too dirty, too rough. At the end of the day, you pay for what you get. And that's generally the general rule with top water too. So if you've got the Stellas, that's you can't really upgrade.